All right, Logan, let's check out some of your Stratton GS first run versus the race winner. We'll watch a little bit together in regular motion, and we'll slow it down.
Hi, Ryan. Yay! Driving picture for him.
All right, kind of tough to really see when, zoomed in differently. We're about 23 and a half seconds into this course. And, maybe you're a gate behind right now. So you had a decent run going till the end, when you fell. But let's back all this up, take a look at it a little slower, and see how we can close that gap. All right. Kate comes out. You can kind of see right out of the chute here, second gate, you're going straight at that thing. It's something we talk about a lot, that you take, too direct of a line. You need to give yourself more room above the panel and the rise line, typically, in order to bring shape back and have direction done by the panel. Now, am I saying you need to, the high line is always the correct line, fast line? Not necessarily, but if it's steep and offset, it is. And, this wasn't super steep, but it was offset and it was icy and you needed a high line. You can see the distance she's giving herself. You're in rise line right now, and so is she, and you're really on top of the gate. She's intersecting rise line with her skis pointed out and away from the panel so she can bring shape back. So here she does. Passes the panel with direction done. You're going to come in, have to kind of skid them a little bit. You don't really have the room to really make an arcing turn. Skid a little bit and then try to engage them down here. And you're going to end up being a little bit, lower on the line than she is. A little better job there. All right, here we're intersecting rise line with skis pointing out and away to bring some shape back. And that was a much better turn, much better line. Came through here, and you're always running a little lower line than her. You can see her in the middle of the two blue dye marks. You're on the lower one, so not a lot of room to really bring shape back to the turn, to be tight to the panel as we pass it with direction done. So you're running a lower line. Here she is, a little bit above. There's space between that blue line, I don't know, yard, meter there, and you're right on that line. So wasn't enough room to really arc it. You had to skid a little bit here and try to pressure below. And not enough room to get the turn done. She'll make a nice arcing turn here, which is going to be faster, clean turn, standing on outside ski. Also producing some nice angles, which we'll talk about in a minute. But you can see her getting her feet out from underneath her, upper and lower body separation. And something we need to work on is really getting those feet off beneath us and producing more angles. You're kind of body position like that. And then we're going to want more feet out, having some hip angulation, producing some angles of our body. Like the game we've been playing, How Low Can You Go? Which I think I saw some of your best turns. We need to start doing that, in the race course. Number 2, you have a tendency to, I don't know what number we're on, but sometimes pole plant and drop the hand. Make sure if you're going to pole plant in here, which, we need it in slalom, that's, pole touch, swing, tap it again, GS, it's okay. But we can't drop the hand. Came through here, a little tap, and then the hand goes right down to your side. Got to keep those hands up, driving forward, higher, past the panel. So where are we? We in sync here? Yeah, I think so. All right, again, you can see you're, running a much tighter line. Just bringing some nice shape back in here. Direction done. Yours is okay. Sometimes you can have a too high line. I'm not saying that, get a higher line than her and you'll be faster. Too high of a line is going to be too round and too much distance. So it's a fine line, figuring out exactly what that line should be. Let's just sync you up here. Let's move forward. We can get you both come back into sight. Now, it's going to be hard to see a lot down here. It's kind of blurry. But it's going to be kind of the same thing. We need to get the feet underneath us, higher edge angles at the top of the turn, creating a nice platform to push against, using ankles and knees to roll them up, and then move the hip in to the inside so that we can get our feet out from underneath us. And again, looks like you run a little straighter line there and just don't have the room. She brings nice shape back and has a tighter line. Hit the pole there, which is nice. I'd like to see that once in a while. So we won't be able to see what happened here. We don't really know for you. Let's get her out. Obviously you fell. Had a good run going. We talked about inspection, how this course was continuing to be, offset, and there was, decent sized turns all the way through towards the finish. And with the finish line in sight, we could not think we're home free. Got to be active and moving all the way through here because there's still big turns, and we don't really know. We can't see, but there you are on the ground sliding, unfortunately. You had a good run going. You were taking advantage of bib 1 nicely. Second run, you ran dead last. You're flipping the bibs, and you were 9th place. This run, I can tell from this app, you're about a little under 3 seconds behind her when you fell, so you would have been around 4th place and 8th overall. But that's behind us now. We can take a positive away from this day that you were skiing well, and we just talked about the things we need to work on: a little better line, less direct, and really getting those feet out from underneath us, trusting our skis and our ability. So it's something we'll be working on this weekend.